dun, dun. OG Star Wars doing Lord of the Rings.
Yep, getting out of the elements here, going a little crazy now. Is what we got.
Yeah, might as well.
Here. This was released by Devin Supertramp.
Oh, nice name.
Okay. A year ago, it's got 2.5 million views. Holy shit. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Damn. I wasn't expecting that.
So we have Supertramp and then, the song Super Freak. So there you go.
Oh, yeah. Perfect combo. This one's called Orc versus Girl. And that just sounds hilarious. And the thumbnail is kind of funny. So I don't know. It's a Rise to War, apparently. Orc versus Girl, Rise to War. It's 10 minutes. Let's check this puppy out.
That's 5 to your 4, Tibbles.
It's just a bit of sport, Gwen.
And you don't know me very well. When I aim to win, I win.
I like how quick they're getting into it. We're not even 25 seconds in here, and they're just already in. It has a good aesthetic to it, looking nice, all right.
So he's a hobbit. She's a regular human. I guess that's what I'm getting because of, looks like she's sitting and he's got his feet. And
standing up there.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yep, doing a normal day of the life, fishing, whatever, and then it's going to be some problems. So, already nice. I like that.
The village.
Gwen, wait! Gwen!
Wow.
Yeah.
You got my attention.
Yeah, he just breezed through him like a storm and just hacked everyone down. That was quick.
And it looks good already. I'm barely having a chance to notice. It looks like really good so far as the set and everything. So
he reminds me. He looks like a silver Vader. I'm sorry, I just my
little black cape with that some silver armor right there.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't flash into Anakin for a sec and then become the most epic film shot ever.
And all the smoke and dust picks up. Okay, let's get back to Lord of the Rings.
Yes. Later started with the lighthearted scenery, characters. Boom, your village. You don't even see a fight scene really. You just see one person get killed. Village is full of dead bodies and burnt. And she's showing sadness for one character that's dead. It's just like, whoa. All right, that is shocking, and especially for the title, I was not expecting this quality. I thought it was going to be like a funny parody, like you suggested.
Right?
Wow. Okay.
But I'm shocked, pleasantly shocked.
This was 10 years. It's like I think it was posted 10 years ago. This might have been like 2003 though. That it was filmed. Maybe I'll have to check the description afterward again. But it's pretty good so far. I'll have to check with the date.
I feel your hatred. Your desire for revenge.
The voice is kind of Batman-y to me a little for Sauron, but I get what they're doing. But I'd probably do it different.
It gives me. I'm sorry, I'm going there again. It gives me a Palpatine feeling.
A little bit. That's the one part I take out of it.
I feel your hatred.
Yes,
you naughty voice, girl.
Yeah,
that isn't. Sauron never really had any lines, as far as I could tell. It's you could make out a line or two when it's like whispery, right? Like that. That was a little more creepy because you can barely tell what he's saying, but you can hear a word or two, sort of, and it's like, oh, okay.
But why is she so significant for him to pick and choose from?
Yeah,
that's what I'm asking. Yeah, so let's get this going.
Yeah, that
feel my power. Join me. Avenge your family.
Again, Star Wars.
Okay. I'm sorry. God, the narration's killing this. No.
I'm like, this is like so Star Warsy-ish. Like, join me. Like, he never really. Sauron never was like. Only time he manipulated was him offering his gifts and services to already know this shit.
Numenor?
Yeah, Numenor. Yeah, duh. Yeah. Anyways, but he was never like that. He manipulated by offering gifts, and then he manipulated by offering if you worship Morgoth, or whatever. And he's in the right. Everybody else, like the elves, are in the wrong. You guys got it all wrong. So he manipulated.
Yeah, I feel like he'd at least be more subtle than this. Like he's just. What is he talking to her through? Like,
yeah, join me. Come to the dark side.
As far as I can tell, he couldn't just talk to random people, right? There had to be like some sort of like either some type of more darkness around or certain objects around that he can sort of communicate through, like the ring or like the Palantir or whatever. Like it wasn't just I can just randomly boop, poke you and there you go, right? Like
And then why would she come across us like this Numenorian, you know, the white tree and stuff like that, flag and stuff? Now, like I'm trying to picture what time frame this is in.
Yeah, it's Sauron. He had the Nazgul flying around there, so it's got to be.
In Gondor? Are we in Arnor? Is like are they still young in them settling in the Middle Earth from Numenor?
It's kind of already this this had me so gripped, and now the stupid voice is killing it, and he's saying reclaim the One Ring. So this must be during Lord of the Rings, and he's trying to get her to get the ring, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, but he's just like, this village gets killed, and then he's like, join me, get revenge. Man, this is so lame. Like, why does he give a crap about this random chick? Like,
yeah.
My God. Like, I don't know that. Okay. But you hate Gondor.
Mordor, where the shadow lies.
Where's my food?
Okay, so
he just walks into a village here. Wow, or a camp.
Yeah, they look great. I guess you can say for it being.
Yeah, they look good. They look great, but now I'm distracted by the way they're doing this. I don't know.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden she's like from in this village. Now she's walking in the forest. Like it just took her no time.
Was this a long travel? It's few seconds.
Are they outside of the village and she's walking through? So there's no indication. And then why aren't they like capturing her?
They didn't even react to her.
No, it's just like, oh, I'm strolling through, and they're like, oh, hi, little one.
I think if anything, I'd be okay if like they see her walking toward them and are like, well, that's obviously a non-threat, but like have their swords ready, like get a little like she's walking into their camp, like she's screwed, like I feel like if they could kill her at any time, so
yeah, like
they don't need to just we have captured you now, but let her walk in, but not feel good walking in. Feel scared a little something like wow for effect that would have been neat too to like have them try to intimidate her and she's like like my family's dead, I'm not scared of you fucking guys,
or she's spying on them, or she's spying on them from the sidelines and they don't see her yet.
Yeah, we might be getting something revealed that this is in the future and she's been on their team for a bit. In a second, I don't know. Let's get a few more things. He sneezed on his food.
I think someone's a bit lost. This tiny morsel's not even big enough for a full meal.
And now they notice her when she's like in the center of their camp. What? Yeah, I don't know. They look great again. Yeah, they actually look really good. It looks like a good camp. The sneezed on his food. That's a small, quick joke. Not gonna distract you too much, but wow, not even good enough for a full meal. Yeah.
But what I could give this fan film is this way better than the Rings of Power. Okay, that's all I can say.
Oh yeah, you'd have to be real. Well, it's got time to do some matching up to it. We'll see.
I know. Knock on wood here. We still have like 7 minutes to go.
Yeah. Let's see.
And she's not even cooked.
Well, you could burn her.
What are you doing here?
I'm going to lead Mordor to victory.
Okay, I think that is a logical question to ask, but I feel like the impression I get from orcs in Lord of the Rings, at least in the film version anyway, they're not really curious of what people are up to. They're just kind of like, you're around, you're going to die.
Look what they did to Merry and Pippin as captives. They didn't even ask questions. They're like, you're our captives now, and we would kill you, but our orders are basically. But they still, in a sense, tortured them, mistreated them, all of that.
Yeah, pretty much. I don't think they really care what this meat bag is gonna want to say or do. I mean, if any, like I could see them wanting to get information about something maybe, but it just they assume she's some lost chick walking into the camp, and then they're like, oh well, she's screwed, so whatever, time to eat. If the question was like, where did you come from, like that would make a little more sense to maybe like, is there more humans around, like something like that. But what are you doing here? It sounds like we might turn you away if you don't give us a good answer. Like sounds like to me. I don't know. All right, we'll see.
Drink.
There, you hear that, boys? She's going to lead Mordor to victory. All right, let's turn it down a notch, Grok.
The master has called me here. I will lead this army.
You will suffer. Too long. What if we make a little sport with her, huh? How about earn it, too long? How about earn it? Yes, well said, Crocky. A bit of a challenge. Pass for me.
Like, I'm fine with their personalities, actually. Like, even though, you know, there's some little banter in the movies, but I mean, in like the Corridor fan film that I watched for Shadow of Mordor, like the implication is in the books, like some of the orcs are a little more colorful. There's a little different. There's a little bit different dynamic than what they show in the films. A little bit.
Yeah, even in the novels, they appear to have a little bit more of character, determination on where they want to be. You know,
there's a little bit of individualism, but not much. Like, that's why they're easy to follow Mordor, I assume, right? Like, a little bit, but they're easily swayed. So, okay. Like, I think
these tasks 3, pass them all if my job you seek. But if you fail even one, yes, Grok, one tiny morsel, I will eat you alive. Grok, this tastes kind of weird. It's good to keep chewing. Right.
because he sneezed on it before. You see, that's the tastes kind of weird.
Knowing orcs, I don't think that they would discriminate against taste, considering what they, what they've gone through and eat and how they live and stuff like that. So I don't know.
I assumed when the orcs complained about we haven't had nothing but maggoty bread for 3 stinking days, that was more like meat gives them more energy and sustenance to do their travels compared to bread, which fills them up, but it doesn't it doesn't recharge them enough compared to meat that would do all that stuff.
Yeah, and they even sound like, well, we'll eat what we need to, but we prefer meat, kind of deal. So I don't know. That was weird.
And his 4 brothers.
I do find it more interesting that they are not just killing her and that they are doing some type of sport with her, I guess. That does give orcs a little bit of personality, but I feel like
their toy, basically.
Yeah, I feel like he wouldn't be like, if you do these tasks, then you'll take my spot as the leader here. It's a little weird. I wish there's just a little bit more connectivity. With this only being under 10 minutes long, it just already feels like just a little bit more inserts to connect these dots a little bit better would make this feel more solid. And we wouldn't have had that huge thing. And again, the dialogue from Sauron just dropped it down big time for me so far. But I like the idea of, okay, you got a little competition. It's heavily stacked against you. They don't want to give you a chance, really. They want to give you a little bit of a chance, but not really a chance. That's fine.
Does it matter if the head is still attached by the end of it?
What? Well, that's cute. Listen, Rocky, I'm thinking we bring out the fine silverware. Yes, thank you. Perhaps a fine bottle of grog. Yes, the vintage stuff would be good.
Tablecloth.
Tablecloths. You know what? Hang it all. I'm hungry now. Let's see.
What's next?
So I have to believe that she just slaughtered all of them without any problem. We weren't given a history of her even having battle skills.
Yeah, the one issue would be she just seems to be a random village girl, but it's not that. That's the one thing I wish was conveyed better, and it's because it's one of those things where if she is just a random village girl, there's no fucking way she kills all these ones believably, and then also comes out without much of a scratch. That stuff gets really annoying. And I talked about this with the fan film I watched with Tabitha. It was some fantasy one, and it was one of the biggest annoying things that we've all kind of come across in these fan films is they always look very clean, especially when they fight. And it's can she be dirty a bit? It may seem weird, but I want a dirty girl. Even if it's a dude, just get messy. You're in filth. You're fighting. You're going to be sweaty and take damage. That helps sell it. Is the
Was she?
point.
Did she have any blood on her whatsoever? I missed that part. It's like
we'll have to see in a second when they cut back to her. She's barely visible there, but I like the joke, I guess, of like he's getting ready to eat her because these 4 against 1 is gonna easily she's gonna eat her, whatever. Yeah. That's fine. And then he turns around and they're all dead. It's like, oh, okay, shit, okay, wow, more impressed. Okay, damn. I like the premise of that, but yeah, just with her being a village girl, as far as we know, it might be revealed that she's some warrior or something too.
Yeah,
then,
look at his face. He's like, damn, I'm not gonna eat anytime soon.
Yeah, I know. I'm hungry. Dang it. Okay, yeah, no. See, I want more blood on her. I need her.
Yeah, there should be something. She should be a little bloodied. Her clothing should be a little tattered. It's like they didn't do nothing. They just stood there and then allowed her to kill them. That's what I see here. There should be more physical evidence of the fight. If
she was a little more out of breath, that would help too. If she put the sword down because it's heavy and she just swung it a whole bunch and into bodies. The sword looks clean too.
Exactly.
Like, there's nothing very clean. So it's just the details like that help sell what you're trying to sell us here. And it just on top of just not knowing even if she was a village girl and she came out of this fatigued a bit, that would at least help. And messy, it just would be a better effect. But
right.
Yeah, other than that, it's not bad. I mean, we've seen worse. We definitely seen worse.
Yeah. There's a small connective details that weren't done.
Yeah, that would help make it a lot more solid.
Mm-hmm. You have the ferocity of a tiny squirrel, but this time will be different. The orc lives or dies by the bow.
By the bow!
Now get out of here, Grok. Take that.
What's my target?
Well, you are weakest orc. That's saying something. But you've only got 1 arrow.
Yeah, 1 arrow!
Well, yes, Grok, I was getting to that. Take that. I've got a bit of surprise for you. Try cracking this nut.
What was that?
They give her the weakest orc to shoot with the bow and arrow, but she already took down 4 of their orcs. So shouldn't you give her a tougher?
Like this should have been the first challenge or something.
Yeah,
this should have been the first challenge maybe.
Yeah.
And then okay, well, what about 4 of our guys you can fight? And it's like, oh crap, okay. Yeah. And then all right, she took out our 1 orc with 1 arrow. Took out 4 guys by herself. All right, one more thing is she seems determined to join us, oddly. I feel like that alone would be more interesting of like an orc really like contemplating like a human wants to join us, team up with us and kill other humans. Mm-hmm. Even though I guess it happens a lot with Mordor, but they just don't really talk about it.
Because they have certain factions of humans basically that do team up eventually, but
yeah, but I wish I could see like some of that interaction of like humans and orcs teaming up in their ranks and see what that interaction is, because I feel like that would be kind of funny too.
Oh yeah.
You little run. Of course, if you miss, I will take your skin and make a big pointy hat out of it.
'Tis but a trifle.
Of course, we can't all be eagle-eyed marksmen, can we? What is it, Grok?
Yeah, you see, they have the problem of like this being Mary Sue entirely territory right now, and
oh god, yes, that's what I was just thinking.
Like she didn't even look. It's not a challenge. It's like she looks like she's 13. Like I don't know. Like there's so much of that that's just Ray comes to mind is all I can say.
And it looks like she killed 2 because the fellow behind him looks like he's pinned too.
Yeah, or at least pinned and injured him. Hit the bullseye as well as in general, like without looking at all. His comment: "We can't all be eagle-eyed marksmen now, can we?" And then she is like, "Yeah, I agree with you, man. Not everybody should be that good with a freaking bow. That seems a little. If she was an elf, maybe, but even then, that's still like that accurate. Come on, I don't know." It's hard. It's hard for me to like It's hard for me to like characters that, without any good enough reasons, are really good at stuff. Like,
right?
Yeah, I mean, they might reveal certain things, but up to this point, it's hard for us to follow that and like it.
Right. Oh boy.
All right, fine. But the last test, I guarantee, you shall not pass.
Really?
Yes, I say that all the time.
It's true. A wizard stole it.
I mean, her not being her, she's just too confident as well too. That's
Yeah. But you notice that they call back the line from Gandalf.
with what I totally went over my head. What?
That he said, "You shall not pass." Like if you
you shall not pass this last. Right.
Yeah.
Totally
So they recalled the
my head.
Gandalf's line. Yeah.
Right. That's fine. I guess like comedically done here. That's fine.
Yeah.
I just her attitude as well. So I was so rooting for her character at the beginning, where she just is having fun fishing with a little hobbit or a dwarf or whatever, and then their village is attacked. There's like some knight there, and she's like, "Oh, Gondor, screw those guys!" And then it's just like now I just hate her ever since she's got to the camp. Like I don't know. I was all rooting for her, and now I don't. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Remember, you're doing wonderful. You must be ruthless.
Yes, ruthless. It's exactly what I just said, Grok. To show your ruthlessness, I want you to kill this puppy.
I eat puppies for breakfast. Gladly.
Before we begin,
That's the final challenge.
Yeah, because you're thinking a little girl's not gonna want to kill a cute little puppy.
I feel like in those times, if it's not going to be used for hunting, it's going to be used for food. Like
hunting or food or whatever they need. If it's useless, it's not.
I mean, I guess it's also the type of dog that kind of has me kind of baffled. Like, I don't know. That doesn't seem like it'd be doing much hunting, right?
Right. It's not a working type of dog, basically. So it's like it feels like it doesn't fit in the time frame of Lord of the Rings.
Very modern dog teleported to the past, time traveled to the past, and it's like, oh, I got caught. No, Adventures of Scruffles.
You want a sturdy type hunting dog that's believable. That would be near wolf, I guess you can say, if you want to. Get into the gist of and the breeds and the evolution. But hey, what do I know?
I mean, at most, I could see a little dog like that maybe being in the helm of a princess or something. Somebody really royal, and they have a useless dog. Like. I can see that, but I mean, I guess this is a decent test for a girl who loves ponies and animals and stuff. They're going with,
because we're adhering to modern standards of little girls,
Go through all this trouble. What drives you?
Gondorians killed my family.
I don't even see her drive though. Even as she's saying this, she's she was all quippy a second ago, like,
right.
And Gondorians killed my family. Oh, okay. I didn't notice.
They must drown in blood.
Well said.
Do you know what my favorite thing to do with puppies is?
All right.
What's more fragrant than a dead puppy?
Tulok.
Well, yes, but the latrine?
No.
A mother's love.
No. Now tell me when you give up.
I don't give up, but tell me anyway.
Dead Gondorian.
I was going to do my second guess.
There you go. You called it.
And save the dog.
She's distracted them so the dog can run. Oh my god. Okay, let's see what happens.
That is a log. That is an actual log.
Don't you see it?
Yes. No, well, to be honest, I'm quite nearsighted. Perhaps
Well,
if we
I
all
see
could triangulate the position.
She has the old thing, I Tulok.
Well,
She
you
sees
know
us.
I'm nearsighted, Rock.
Look! What I do to this puppy, we shall do to Gondor.
Can't believe she actually did it.
Why would he be throwing up on something terrible when
they eat watermelon? Apparently, they have it in their camp. Would they not recognize a watermelon?
Right, and that's the other thing. First of all, to me, I've always got the impression that blood does not turn them off.
They eat flesh. They love eating bloody flesh.
The history of the orcs and stuff, and those type of morphed bad people, I guess you can say, in the lore, is that they even took one of, I forget who the elf's name is. So those who are talking are in the chat here, but basically they defeat an elf and they basically put him up on a stake.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I can't recall the name. It's been a while since I revisited back in the second age, I believe it was the second or first age, I'm not sure. But anyways, why would he be barfing and then they have a melon. So yes, you're right. It's something that they are aware of. Now, mind you, do they eat them or not? Well, obviously they probably do, but hey.
I mean, it's all for comedic effect. I
Yeah,
get it,
and you would notice the seeds in there. Where's the bones?
Yeah, it's just my inner critique is just like I don't know, especially when it looks so. You have all these elements that make it look so good, and then it's just like this joke. Okay, I guess it's a childish joke. Right? Yeah.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Okay, I understand it's a fan film doing the lines to be fun.
Yeah,
but, it always just cringe comes to mind. I guess it's because I feel like it's because of modern reboots that also recycle lines that have been used all the time. It's so sour at any reusage in any form to me. I'll be back. I'll be back. Come with me if you want to. That kind of stuff. Like, stop reusing lines that were good.
Yeah,
bad feeling about in Star Wars. The amount of I know that they repeat some of the lines. I have a bad feeling about this, but the amount of times it's said by the amount of characters. Oh my god.
Well, they're starting to reuse like I know now, so it's not specifically Han and Leia's like call back to each other anymore. So
well, it's just like God. Can other characters say other things that aren't the same things?
Like do something more inventive. Create a new common line that is distinctive for that show.
Yeah, I'm to clarify. I'm not even criticizing this one for doing it. It just triggers my.
No, because it's common
for the other stuff. It's fine done here in a fan film. That's actually where I'd prefer it be. So because they're having a little fun as they're filming. Meat's back on the menu, boys. Yeah, okay. Even though it's a watermelon, which I can't imagine them really eating watermelon. But I don't know. Maybe they could. Maybe they do. Not saying they don't, but I see them more eating flesh things. But it's all good.
Okay.
3 tasks complete. Your command is now mine.
She's right, Tulog. The command is hers.
No.
The puppy lives.
Figures.
I mean, I feel like that would have been the only way you can take his command anyways, by beating him in combat. So, regardless, but all right.
For the troops! For Mordor!
Is this their whole troop amount?
I guess so.
Seven guys. She killed a few of them. Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, they would have had more if she didn't slaughter everybody else.
On my mark, we will rise to war. We will crush our enemies. See them driven before us.
Sorry, it just comes off like we're in a stage play now. We will go to Pocahontas, and it shall be as good, right? No, like that's what that comes off as.
Is she using Gork's blood here or what?
I don't know. It's like now he's like, all right, whatever.
And hear the lamentations of the women. Ready? Aim. Fire!
Go.
Yeah. We're gonna kill them, aren't we? Oh yes we are. Oh yes we are. Oh yes we are.
I'm just so confused on the tone they want. I don't know.
Okay. So were these Gondorians just like sitting there facing away, waiting for themselves to be shot? What the hell was going on there?
I don't get it. I'm so confused because it's like the set looks great, costumes look great, everything looks great. But then and the tone was great to start, and then it just like you just totally have been losing me this whole time. With, I mean, I guess that's why I'm off, because I was expecting a parody at first, but then I see such good quality, and then the joke. I'm okay with some of the jokes in there. That's totally fine. But like,
put some levity to it a little bit.
And then she's like, "Oh, yeah, to the dog," and then looks at the camera, and it's like, I know it's fan film, so we're supposed to like have that, but I feel like a lot of them try to be really good too, and there's there can be another one, or maybe there already is another one.
I was gonna say, let's see if there is.
I Let's see. Hold on. Looks like there might be a little more.
The
here.
Lord of the Rings Rise to War mobile app game is now out all around the world.
It's based on a game. That might be why it's like this, and why the watermelon was in there. I'm guessing.
Yeah,
maybe
to add some levity, some humor, or whatever. Like, I mean, because games will explore things that are different from what is being really done in the production and stuff.
Ain't that right?
Yes, he's right. He's right.
Even the orcs love playing it. Download the game in the video description where you can play with millions of other people. Explore Middle Earth, assemble vast armies, select your commander, and claim the One Ring. You can even choose the faction you want to fight for. That's why you saw our main actress join Mordor. Super thanks to all these incredible
I mean, I guess that's why they have like a young girl doing it, because they'd be playing the video games like that. I think
choose your main character to lead and stuff. So they're saying, oh, you could be a young girl and she could be a badass.
Pretty much. Oh my gosh, there are more. We saw the other one. There's another one. Lord of the Rings, Mordor versus Gondor. That's what that is. That's the sequel, I think.
Okay.
This. Let me see. This video, it was sponsored by the Lord of the Rings Rise to War game. Download it to do this. So that's why the production was so fucking amazing.
Yeah,
they were sponsored by Rise to War.
Yeah.
So that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. I am curious to see the behind the scenes. I might check that out later. But see what the heck they were doing. But yeah, I love so much about this, and it's like, oh, that's so great. But I just hate I hate her character now. She has she's all the buildings for a great character, but then they just do dominate like a video game. Now I see it in that context.
Right. Now,
she's the main character being played, and she can just no shoot hit it because that's the player doing it. Sort of that's how that comes off as now, and it just in terms of fan films, I love getting into some of them because sometimes they do a really good job at doing a take on a story within the world of the material, essentially, and that's what it felt like. Yeah. And then it wasn't with more of what she was doing. The orcs, I think, again, were fine for the most part with it. Her interactions with them just seemed so conflicting. It's like, yeah, they killed the whole family. Just like, yeah, you should feel pretty bad about that or something. You should have a not so smiley attitude about it. I guess, I don't know. And you're a random village girl who just now ranked up really big. Okay.
Yeah, this is a what if parody for a gameplay. So like you can, like they said, you can select your main hero, your main character. You could build your own army. You can build your own scenario, basically. And this is exactly what it's showing. So it's maybe a good advertisement, but if you were to watch this and not know, just like we did at first, you'd be like, this is such a bad Mary Sue type of parody.
Yeah, and it's just, I'm sorry too. I mean, that for us, that's what it comes off of. Like we've seen so many Mary Sue characters and ones that just dominate, and it's so uninteresting to see. And even with guy characters, if she was like a dude, I'd feel the same way. I'd just be like, why is he just dominating? Like, see if he was a village boy. I assumed they were going to have some comeback around with that Hobbit character or whatever. Like, she dropped something and whatever that was just forgotten about. You never saw the Gondorian again. I assume there'd be some, seeing his side of things. But again, I guess it's just from the video game perspective. Yeah, I guess that's the issue. I guess. So yeah, great ad for the game. Not one of my favorite fan films here, but it looks amazing though. So I mean, you guys get a lot of freaking points for it for what you did, but it's not my speed really at the end of the day.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So like I said, not knowing it was a commercial basically for that's what it is, a commercial scene for a game. It just still turned me off. Now, would I play the game? Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't been much of a gamer as of lately since, so that was just my cup of tea because of how they've been approaching women as Mary Sue's as of late. That's where I get turned off at now.
Yeah, I mean, the Shadow of Mordor by Corridor one, that was an advertisement for that game, essentially. And that did a pretty good job at showing what that was. But the main character in that was like another ranger type of character who had the ability to sort of do the I forget what it's called, but something with the spirits, like when Frodo would put on the ring or something, and like you could see the real versions of the ring rates, like he could sort of enter that sort of state or something. So he was able to travel around differently or something. They I don't know, but like they had him, fight, but it wasn't even a piece of cake, only fighting like a few orcs that were there. So it's like, but that one was gorily satisfying though, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, but
I think that maybe a game should be better advertised similar to that, other than like coming into this little girl who thinks she can go ahead and lead and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, you want to market to children, maybe, I don't know. And
that's where I'm confused too. I'm like, would a child watch this? I don't know. I don't know if I don't think they would. I feel like older Lord of the Rings fans will watch this and then be like, what? As
and
they
then
watch.
Considering like some parents do have some sort of standards, are they going to allow their young kid to play this type of game? Maybe not.
I mean, it's a mobile game, so I doubt there's any actual anything to worry about for that.
Yeah,
usually don't have. There's nothing too tragic. If anything, it's just how much time or money are they wasting on it? Is that essentially?
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much my thoughts on it. Yeah. Started great, ended with disappointment. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that, we'll see you guys on the next one.
Have a good day.